Hello and welcome back to Gorilla Man's Garage. We're outside today. It's a little bit cooler. It's a nice day. Not doing any flying today. Gotta look after the puppies, etc. But a disclaimer to most, if not all, of my videos. Please read the description below. There's always more in the description below than what I can get out here because I always remember something after editing. Okay. Having said that, okay, I'm going to timeline this in the description below so you'll have chapters so you can go from one to the other to the other. Read the description first before you watch the video. And a fun thing I found out is speed up the video. I like watching most of my videos now in 1.5 times speed. It gets through them, but you still get the same enjoyment out of them. If not, sometimes they're a little bit more funny. So there you go. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about the Fimi Mini 3, okay, and historical waypoints, and the red ring of death, okay. Fimi, in their waypoint planner, has a 1 kilometer red circle. You can't go outside that red circle. Well, you can, if you make them offline first, and then you bring them up and you can fly them. And we'll get into that, okay? I did a bunch of videos and I kind of chopped them up a bit and have a lot of editing to do, but you're going to find out that anyway, okay? So what we're talking about here is historical waypoints, the waypoint planner that Fimi provides. It's universal across the board, whether it be the X8 SE series, the X8 Pro, the X8 Mini series. They all use the same program, the same basic Waypoint Mission Planner, the red circle, everything, okay? Very simple to use, very good, because you can put as many points of interest in as you want, and you can assign any point of interest to any number of waypoints. So that's good. But always remember, one waypoint, one point of interest. It's very simple to use, and you can delete what you've done, you can redo it, you can save it, you just can't name it. Okay, so there you go. So we're going to look at all this kind of stuff. So stay tight. We'll see you at the end. Enjoy it. Let's go. And welcome. Yeah, Gorilla Man's Garage here. We're in the backyard. It is hot today. For us here in South Central Ontario, it's hot. It's about 34 degrees Celsius. They say with a humidex it's about 43, 44. It is hot and I'm in the shade, but we're going to get this drone up. The Fimi Mini 3. Yes, we're going to look at some waypoints. Interesting thing, I checked it out this morning, and before, when you went into this, it's not flying, it's not up. So basically I've just got the craft or the app running here. Before, when you went into the waypoints and you chose it offline, basically you did not have an option of history. Okay, well, because I'm connected, it's not doing it anyway. I'll show you that. Another thing, if you're what you're looking at is a frozen scene. Okay, it's a frozen scene because I was online or I was connected to the drone. Now I'm not. I just want to show you something about waypoints. Okay, so I'm not connected, the drone's turned off, I'm just running the app, and if I touch the little robot there and go into waypoints, you see that the two of them are okay. Boom. This is the history. If I click on one of the history ones, nothing shows up. Okay, nothing shows up. And the thing about that is, okay, my histories are all the way back to 2023 when I didn't have the Mini 3. So that's interesting. So when you hit them, nothing happens because I'm not connected to anything. I'm just wondering if when I connect to them, something shows up. So we're going to try that next, okay? You saw where I showed you that the histories, when you hit it, nothing really happened, but it was showing histories back to 2023. Well, I didn't have the Mini 3 then, that was the Mini 2. So I'm interested in, can I, when I get this up in the air, can I recall a history from last year from another drone? Interesting. Let's get up in the air and have a look, okay? We've got everything here. I just want to make sure our return to home height is good, 50, okay, great. And our camera's on high, and we've got everything there, and everything's general. Okay, and we've just dropped the EB a little bit, and I might have to do a little bit more, but we're going to get it up and have a look and see what happens here. Boom. there it is. Yeah, things look a little over green, don't they? Yeah. Might have to do an F-log flight, a pure F-log flight. But anyway, if I go into my things now, and I go to Waypoints, and I go to History, and I go there, and I choose the last one of April 29th, number 5, 2023. If I go up that one, boom, there it is. It's there. So they're all intertwined. They are all intertwined. What I'm looking for is, I'm going to get out of that one. I want to look at my Waypoints history. I just made 2 of them. There you can see this, the 18th. I want to see this one because it should be out of range. There's that, see number 4 over there? It's out of the red circle. So if we go here, see it's outside the red circle. Let's see if we can do this one, okay? I want to do, I have to change, yeah, I have to change my thing to there. There we go. Okay, so let's get this up in the air. And we have lots of juice left. Let's turn around and get up there. Okay, turn around. Okay, up and forward. There we go. And I want to get it up to about 40, 50 anyway. There we go. Okay, so let's hit this guy here. Waypoints, history, okay. This is number 2, okay. And I just want to check, we've got 7 meters per second, we're free. Continue, blah, 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 blah. I have a point of interest there and a point of interest there. Okay, so let's go. Boom. And I'm going to start that video. Okay, and if I look there, my video started. Go back to here, and yeah, I'm just going to watch this for a while and see what happens. I think it's going up to 60. No, it's going up to 50. That's right, 50. So it's going to waypoint number 2. And we're at 50 meters high. So at some point, it's going to lose connection. And at the end, it's going to come home or something. So we're going to have a look at that, see what happens, okay? It should be going 7 meters per second, which is good. Okay. And if I look at this, where's my last? My last one is over there, number 7. So I think I've got it returning home after that. So let's see if we can just bring this more into perspective there. There we go. Where's it going? And I'll show you the, you'll have a look at the map anyway. I mean, you'll have a look at the video. So there we go. But that's interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do now next is I'll do one from a year ago, and we'll see what happens. If we come back with more than 50% on the battery, you know, it may or may not. Who knows? It could be going out there and suddenly drop off, and no idea. But I will show you the UAV forecast, and it says it's not too bad. So we're going from number 2 to number 3, and it's changed its orientation to point of interest number 2, as you can see there, which you can see by the second red pen. The blue pen, I don't know why it changed blue. Or did it change blue? I wasn't paying attention. But there we go. So we're down to 84% on the battery. It's a warm day, and maybe the battery won't last that long. I don't know. It seems to be pretty good, though. So we're still going 7 meters per second, 6 or 7. I wish I had gone a little bit faster. Yeah, 9 or 10 would have been good, but it gives us a good look, and we're almost at that thirds, and the horizon looks pretty good. But this is all in automatic. Everything is in automatic. We've lost it. So we don't know what's happening. No idea what's going to happen. I'm assuming I've got to give it another 3 minutes. So we've lost it there. And those are the coordinates where it lost out. But I have complete faith in the Fimi and all their products to continue and do what it's supposed to do. And you saw that the actual image changed, and we have some kind of connection because that H moved. So we're going to see what happens after that. Watch that diagram in the bottom left corner there. See if anything happens. What happens when we get it back? So I would say on the map, if you go into thirds, you see the blue dot? That's the house. So if you go to the left, you see the first little driveway there, and you see the road. I've got the last waypoint just about that road. So then it's supposed to return to home. So I should be getting it back within the next 30 seconds or so. So something like that, okay? I'm still sitting down, and I'm facing the direction that that arrow is pointing on the blue circle. I'm facing the other way, and I haven't moved. So we're right behind the house, and we're going to see what happens there. So nothing yet. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe 30 seconds is a little too ambitious. Maybe 3 minutes. Don't know. But I know I have enough juice. Now, the one thing was I did use this craft when it was kind of warm out. And when I had it finished, it was very, very hard to get the battery out. I really have struggled to get the battery out. And I basically really pulled really, really hard to get it out. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting this time if and when it comes back, if I can get the battery out. I'm using the lithium-ion battery. Now, I know there's some controversy. They're all made of the same stuff. There's no such thing. It's all lithium-ion polymer, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but in the drone world, the lithium-ion are the round ones, and they are for endurance. And the lithium polymer are the flat ones, and they're the ones that give you the punch. That's why all the FPV pilots only use LiPo batteries. They're classified LiPo batteries. You can stack them, okay? So, I would say pretty soon it should be coming back. Oh, my radar controller, the lights just turned solid. There we go. We got something. There it is. And where is it? Let's move it over. There it is, number 6. And it's pointing to the second one there. Okay. And we're still filming. And we're coming back. Okay, so it's finished that one. And now it should be turning, and no, I think I did a turn and point to the first one again. I think I made it. Well, it hasn't changed yet. Strong winds warnings. Well, that wasn't according to the forecast. But let's see when it. Oh, I changed it to look at the point of interest number 1. That is 1. Okay, yep. So it was pointing to number 2, and it changed to number 1, and we're kind of backing out now to number 7. My dogs are going a little crazy here, I think. I hear it. There it is. Now it should be coming back. It should be returning home pretty soon. Here it comes. Is it still taking the picture? No, it stopped taking the picture. Well, let's take the picture again. There we go. Here he comes. What's coming here? Here it comes. I hear it. And we've got 65%. Oh, it's right above us. Okay, let's cancel that. Okay, and we're going to move it over. Okay, now then, let's go into this and have a look at another one. Let's do a historical one here. No, let's do a historical one. The last one. There we go. Okay, and it's up at 35 meters. Yeah, that should be good enough. 35 meters? Yeah, 35. That's pretty close, but yeah. Okay, let's do that. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what happens at the end? I've got follow the route. At the end, return to home, just in case. Sure, now this is an old one, so let's just go and see what happens. 4, 5, go. There we go. Start the video. Video's going. I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to go into here and go to color. F-log. There we go. Take the video. And we're going to watch what happens there. Do I have any points of interest? Not really. I think it's follow the leader on this one. Well, let's just see what happens. Okay. Just want to see if I'm above everything. I should be above everything at 35. I think 30 is the minimum. But this is an F-log. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that countryside garden or country garden or whatever it is LUT on this, and we're going to see if it brightens it up any better than the regular one. Okay, there we go. That's an experiment and a half in itself. So there we go. We're down 0.3 on the exposure value, and 35 meters. Yep, that's just above my tree line, and I'm doing good. And it doesn't have any interference, doesn't look like it. It's just a small one. We're going around, and we're at that one. This was follow the leader, follow the path, and this is from 2023, so it's definitely one that I made when I had the Fimi Mini 2, X8 Mini 2, no, X8 Mini 2, the Fimi X8 Mini version 2. There we go. So there we go, number 4, and we're down to 53% the battery. Yeah, there we go. So we know that we can still go farther out than the red circle, especially if you make it offline, save it. So what I'm going to do now, when this comes back, I'm going to try and make one that goes out beyond the 1 kilometer circle, and see if it actually allows me to do it. There we go, and we should be about finished. There we go. Okay, good, good. So let's get this stopped. Stop the video. Okay, let's. Oh, still coming back somewhere. There it is. It's coming back to us. Well, let's stop that. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can make one. So let's see if we go into here. We go into here, and we're going to make one. Boom. And we're going to just put one here. And we're going to go, it's 50 meters. That's good. Okay, add. And this is how we do it. We go over, shrink this down. We know that's the red circle. Boom. There's another one. Okay. Boom. Won't let you do it. It won't let you do it if you're connected. It will let you do it if you're not connected. So if you're offline and making it, you can go beyond the red circle. If you're hovering and try to do it, you can't do it. Okay, so there you go. And here will be a perfect example. I'm not going to go there, but if we go there, go here, history, okay, and it was, I believe, this one. Yeah, that's way beyond. Okay, so let's see what happens when I go like this, and we want to go that way, and we want to go continue, blah 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 blah, free, right? Because we've got everything. I think we've got everything there. We've got a point of interest. Okay, let's just see if it'll go. And we've got this thing here, and we're just going to check. We want this to zap up to 9 if we can. Okay, and we're free because we have a point. We'll return to home and continue. Go. There we go. And we're going to start that video. Boom. There we go. Regular video. Boom. Let's see where it's going to go. There we go. We're gotta watch that thing. Now, I just did one with the lithium-ion battery, and the same thing happened again. Because it got so hot, and these batteries do swell, because it got so hot, I couldn't get the battery out. I had to wait for it to cool down before I could get it out. I don't understand why. I gotta figure that out. I gotta ask Fimi why. If it expands so little, it won't come out of the bay. Don't know. So let's have a look at this here. And the point of interest is in the middle there. So I bumped it up to 9 meters per second because I want it to do the whole thing, if it will. I'm hoping. So let's just see if it does. I'll be able to tell when it gets to number 3. So we'll see. And if it goes out beyond the red ring. And as we discussed before, if you make the waypoint missions offline, you can go wherever you want. If you make them while you're airborne or connected to the craft, you can't go beyond the red line. So there you go. So we're down to 80, 89. Should be, it'll be pretty close anyway. It'll be pretty close. And the dogs are loving it here. So we might put some music to this and just go around and see what happens and have some fun with it. Exit number 2. Oh, it's going to number 2. There we go. It's at number 2. And we're continuing to number 3. The one thing I have noticed about the Fimi Mission Planner, even though you direct it not to do anything at the waypoint, you know, don't stall, don't take any pictures, don't stop for 10 seconds. It's not programmed to do anything. It's just zeroed out. It still stops for that momentary second. Okay. On the Hubsan Waypoint Mission Planner, it doesn't do that. And I like the Hubsan Waypoint Mission Planner because of that. Okay. And whether you can't technically make them offline, you can make them online when you're connected, but you can have it go wherever you want. There's no limit, only the battery. Okay. But what I really do like about the Fimi one is that you can have as many points of interest as you like. With the Hubsan one, you can only have one. And with the Fimi, you can assign waypoints to a point of interest. So once you go up into that final arrow that designates you to go in the top, you can designate waypoints, and you can say, well, if you have a point of interest, it tells you, because if you have a point of interest, you have to have your waypoints designated to a point of interest. If you have 15 waypoints and 4 points of interest, those waypoints have to be assigned a point of interest, and you can't use multiple points of interest. So you couldn't have a waypoint number 1, 2, 3 pointing to waypoint 1, or point of interest 1, and then waypoint, and then change it, and then change it back to something. You can't. You have to assign it once, and it's permanent to that. If you understand what I mean. Anyway, you have to assign a waypoint to a point of interest if you put a point of interest on the map. And I can see that we're disconnected somewhere past or at the 1 kilometer point. So now we just have to wait. Now we had a full lithium-ion battery in there, the Pro battery. We had a full battery, and I've got 3 beeps on my controller because this is the second flight. Now with the controller, the second flight, if you have a full flight, that's about how much you get out of the controller, really, okay? Then you should charge it up again, okay? 2 flights, maybe 3. You might get 3 if you're not doing full flights, like if you're only going down to 40% or so, okay? You might get that, okay? I'd be interested to find out exactly, and I'll find out exactly what the distance of this route is and what the farthest out waypoint was, if I get it back. We're wishful, we're hopeful. It's the Mini 3, it's brand new, it's something I really like so far. And we're using just the standard color profile. We're not an F-log or anything like that. And I did play around F-log in the last video with the waypoint to see if that changed any. Which is better? Is it if I use F-log and use the country garden or the color enhanced LUT? Is that better than the standard automatic one? Or is the automatic one getting better? It's very bright, it's very hot, it's very humid. I don't know what's going to happen here, but this is all just natural. And I did reduce the EV by -0.3, which is good. But I will say one thing. In one of my last videos, I think the first one I did on the LUT or something, when it was just the regular video, I think I did reduce the saturation by 1 or 2 level marks. I think I did. Okay, so if anything, I might reduce the saturation, but I'll let you know. Maybe I'll do a comparison to straight video, or if I reduce it by like 5% or something. We'll see what happens. So I'm suggesting that pretty well any time now it should be coming back into the fold, because it had to go around the circle and it should be coming back. Now I saw the H move. You see the H move there? So I'm suggesting that it's moving, but there we are. We have a solid connection on the RC. It stopped blinking and we're back again. Where are we back? Let's have a look at this. We are back at number arriving number 8. There we go. So interesting to find out how far it went out. Strong winds. Again, I think that's just oversensitive because I don't really see any winds up here. So maybe that's just an oversensitive thing I'm thinking. So there it is. And it stopped the video. Well, we're going to start the video again, but we're going to go into F-log this time, just for the fun of it. F-log. Is that F-log? Yeah, it's F-log. And start the video. There we go. Bump. And where's it coming? There it is. And again, it's coming right back to us. I mean, and what do we got? We have 63% in the battery. That's amazing. That's really good. Okay, so I know I can go quite a ways out, and we're gonna get the specs on this, how far we actually went, and I'll post that up here right about now and figure that out. Let's get it back home and cooled off a little bit, because it's getting hot. As I've mentioned before, it's this whole week up here is going to be like in the mid-30s degrees Celsius, and it's not the heat so much, it's the humidity. Like, we're supposed to get thunderstorms and showers and heat and humidity. Humidity's got to be up in, like, I don't know, it's pretty high. It's a very sticky heat. Oh, there it comes, and we'll stop that. And we'll bring it down. There it is. I just stopped it because I can see it in the sky. And we'll come forward. I'm hoping it's coming forward. Yeah, down it comes. There we go. Left stick is solid down and the right stick is just a little bit forward. There we go, and there we go. So let's get back to this. We should be still in F log. There we go. That was incredible. A long flight. We're back with 60, 50 something. Anyway, half a battery left. That's pretty cool. Pretty good. Okay. So yeah, lithium ion, not bad at all. Sub 250 drone at this point. So there you go. You made it through. Great. Glad to see you at the end here. Okay, yeah, historical waypoints. Yeah, if you make them offline, you can go wherever you want as long as you've got a battery. That's amazing. Okay, the only thing is you can't name them yet. Kind of have to remember when you make them. Maybe make a log, and they're individual to the device. Okay, so if I have a phone and I make waypoints, those waypoint missions are not going to be available if I use a tablet. Okay, so they're identified to the device that you make them on, and that's just the way it is. But you can fly anywhere. If you make them offline, remember that you can fly beyond the red ring adapter. You can go wherever you want. So there you go. Okay, so it was very interesting, and a few plays with the LUTs and stuff like that. I just kind of discovered that a little bit, and it's kind of interesting. I don't think I'm going to be using it that much. I've kind of gotten bored of it already. So there you go. Anyway, I digress. Historical waypoints. Yes, you can use, I bet I could probably use, oh no I can't because it uses a different app. Okay, I was going to say I could use the X8 Mini waypoint missions with my X8 SE 2022, but I can't because I use a different app. There you go. So it's married to the app as well. So there you go. So whatever app you use, I guess. Anyway, I digress again. That was very interesting. I learned a lot. I learned when you can, when you can't, what you can, what you can't, and a glitch or two. Okay? It does have glitches. They're not perfect, but remember, it's a Fimi. Okay? It's not meant to be a professional drone. It's just a fun toy, and it's great fun. But it will always come back. It will always come back. Okay? And that's the good thing about it. I can send it out. I know it's going to come back regardless, whatever. It may not take the video. It may cut out the video. It may do whatever, but the craft itself is going to come back home at some point. As long as you remember in a waypoint, you go down to the bottom, you hit the arrow on the top right there, and at the bottom, you slide up and you change it to continue, just in case you lose signal. It continues the thing. If you don't, it'll just come home right away. And the other thing is, be sure if your last point, your last waypoint is not at home, that you make sure that when it's finished, it returns to home, okay? Which is always the best option, because as you saw, it didn't do it, but I'm thinking it could. If it thinks it's finished the mission, it's going to end. And if you set it to hover, your last, it could think it's ended somewhere in the middle of nowhere and just hover. So always have that return to home at the very end. Anyway, that's enough of that, okay? That was interesting, a lot of fun, had a blast doing it. The pups were so exciting. Anyway, there we go, okay? Till next time, take care, and we'll see you somewhere.